Chosen ones, pay attention. There is a kind of tiredness nobody sees on your face. It comes from surviving betrayals you never fully explained, rejection you had to swallow quietly, emotional attacks that left no visible wound, and seasons where even the people closest to you could not understand why you felt so heavy inside. You kept going, but not because it was easy. You kept going while your heart was breaking in private. You kept going while your spirit was learning how to stand in rooms where it was not welcomed. And sometimes you wondered if all this pain meant something was wrong with you. Chosen ones, this is where the truth begins to turn. You may not feel powerful right now because sometimes the strongest people look exhausted before they understand what God placed inside them. Power does not always arrive like confidence. Sometimes it hides inside endurance. Sometimes it speaks through sensitivity. Sometimes it protects you through discomfort before danger has a name. God did not give you these 7 powers so you could feel above anyone. He gave them so you could survive what tried to empty you, discern what tried to deceive you, heal from what tried to harden you, and walk toward the purpose pain could not cancel. You were built to survive, not because life spared you, but because God hid strength inside the very places life tried to destroy. If this already feels like it is naming a part of your life you could never explain, subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to remember they are not broken. Because the first power may explain why you felt danger before you ever had proof. Number 1. The power of discernment that feels what others miss. You have walked into certain rooms and felt your spirit become quiet before anyone said a word. You have met people everyone else trusted, yet something in you felt uneasy. Their smile looked kind, their words sounded right, but your body sensed a weight your mind could not explain yet. Chosen ones, this is not always overthinking. Sometimes what you call anxiety is actually discernment, trying to protect you before proof arrives. Your pain trained you to hear what others ignore. Betrayal sharpened your awareness. Rejection made you notice tone, silence, timing, hidden envy, false kindness, and the strange heaviness that comes when someone is smiling with their mouth but resisting you in their spirit. This power is not given so you can judge everyone around you. It is given so you can recognize what could damage your soul before it gets close enough to control you. Scripture speaks of discerning spirits, and even in ordinary life, this gift often appears as a quiet inner warning, a pause in your chest, a heaviness around certain conversations, or a sudden knowing that a relationship may look safe, but is slowly draining you. You are not paranoid because you feel deeply. You are being taught to listen with wisdom. Discernment becomes strongest when it is joined with peace, patience, prayer, and character. And once God teaches you what to sense, He begins showing you something even deeper, why you keep rising after your heart has been hit again and again. Number 2. The power of endurance that keeps rising after every breaking point. There is a strength in you that you did not ask to build. It came through nights when your mind was tired, your body was heavy, and your heart felt like it had no more room to carry another disappointment. You survived things that could have made another person cold. You survived betrayals that could have made another person bitter. You survived losses that could have made another person stop believing in anything good. And still, something in you kept breathing. Chosen ones, endurance is not the same as pretending you are fine. It is not smiling through pain so everyone else feels comfortable. It is that quiet, God-strengthened capacity to keep standing when life has taken more from you than it ever explained. It is the ability to wake up again, rebuild again, pray again, try again, even when a part of you is still grieving what happened. This is why your tiredness does not mean you are weak. Sometimes power is perfected in the places where you had nothing left but grace. Even psychology recognizes that meaning, faith, and purpose can help a wounded person keep moving through deep adversity. But spiritually, there is another layer. God can place capacity inside you that the attack did not know how to destroy. This does not make what happened right. It does not romanticize the trauma. It simply means the pressure did not waste you. What you thought was punishment was forming hidden capacity, and soon you begin to see that the same pain that tested your endurance also sharpened your inner sight. Number 3. The power of prophetic inner knowing. There have been moments when you knew something before it happened. You felt a shift before anyone spoke. You sensed a door closing before the opportunity ended. You felt warned away from a person, a place, a decision, or a conversation, even though nothing on the outside looked dangerous yet. At first, you may have doubted yourself. You may have called it fear, imagination, or old pain speaking too loudly. But then time revealed what your spirit had already sensed. The hidden motive came out. The relationship showed its real weight. The path that looked promising began to expose why your peace had left when you got close to it. Chosen ones, this is the power of inner knowing. It is not about trying to appear mystical. It is not about predicting everything. It is a quiet spiritual sensitivity that helps you move before destruction becomes visible. Sometimes, God protects you with a feeling before He gives you an explanation. This gift must stay humble. Pain can make a person hyper-aware, always watching for danger. But when that awareness is healed, purified, and guided by God, it becomes wisdom instead of fear. It becomes stillness with sight. It becomes a knowing that does not need to panic to be powerful. This is why your inner knowing must be tested by peace, character, scripture, and time. Real guidance does not make you reckless. It makes you more grounded, more patient, more awake. But knowing is not the only power God placed inside you, because some chosen ones do not only sense pain coming, they also carry a presence that helps others heal from it. Number 4. The power of a healing presence. There is a strange pattern in your life. People come to you when they are breaking, even when you are quietly breaking too. They sit near you and begin telling truths they hide from everyone else. They bring their confusion, their guilt, their heaviness, their secret wounds, and somehow your presence makes them feel safe enough to breathe again. Chosen ones, this is not ordinary. Some people survive by becoming hard, but God did something different with you. He allowed pain to deepen your compassion instead of destroying your tenderness. He taught your heart the language of suffering, so when someone else is drowning in silence, you can recognize the sound without them explaining every detail. This is the power of a healing presence. It does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it is your calm voice. Sometimes it is the way you listen without rushing to judge. Sometimes it is the peace people feel around you, even when you have not said much at all. God can turn a wounded person into a shelter, but that does not mean the shelter must stay open to everyone who refuses to heal. Your gift is holy, but it still needs boundaries. Healing presence does not mean becoming an emotional dumping ground. It means carrying love with wisdom. It means learning to protect the gift without losing the softness God preserved in you. If you have always been the safe one for others, like this video, subscribe, and comment. I am protecting the gift, because the next power is one many chosen ones resist, the strength to walk away when love becomes manipulation. Number 5. The power of holy separation. There are seasons when God removes you from people before you understand why. One day you are close, included, needed, invited. Then, slowly, the conversations change, the energy shifts, the bond weakens, and you find yourself standing outside places you once prayed to belong. At first, it feels like rejection. It feels like being forgotten. It feels like everyone else found a seat at the table while you were left alone with questions nobody answered. Chosen ones, this is where holy separation begins. Some exits are not evidence that you were unwanted. Some exits are evidence that God was protecting what He placed inside you. There are people who can enjoy your light but drain your spirit. There are rooms that can celebrate your gifts while quietly corrupting your peace. There are connections that feel familiar but still carry manipulation, envy, control, or heaviness your soul was not created to keep carrying. Think of Joseph, separated before elevation. Think of Daniel, standing apart in a culture that wanted him to blend in. Think of the wilderness, not as a place of abandonment, but as a place where identity is purified without the noise of people who never understood the assignment. This does not mean everyone who leaves is evil. It does not mean every distance is punishment. Sometimes God is simply teaching you to stop confusing access with love. Not everyone who wants to reach you is meant to shape you. Holy separation hurts because it removes the crowd, but it also reveals what remains inside you when nobody claps, nobody understands, and nobody walks with you. Number 6. The power of unshakable faith in the dark. There are moments when you have no visible proof that things will get better. No open door, no clear answer, no applause, no person standing beside you saying they understand. Just silence, pressure, and that small place inside you that still refuses to believe your story is over. You may have cried and still prayed. You may have doubted and still stayed connected. You may have felt abandoned and still sensed that God was working somewhere behind the darkness, even when your eyes could not find evidence. Chosen ones, this is the power of unshakable faith in the dark. It is not denial. It is not pretending. The pain is not real. It is spiritual anchoring. It is the ability to sit in confusion without letting confusion become your identity. It is the quiet strength to keep your heart turned toward God when circumstances are trying to convince you that heaven has gone silent. The deepest battles are not always loud. Sometimes spiritual warfare happens inside the mind, where despair tries to rewrite your name, your future, and your worth. It tells you that you are forgotten. It tells you that your prayers are wasted. It tells you that your survival has no meaning. But faith rises like a hidden flame under ash. It does not always roar. Sometimes it simply remains. You are not powerful because you never doubt. You are powerful because doubt does not get the final word. This is why your dark seasons did not end you. They trained you to stand when nothing outside you made sense. And soon you will understand, survival was never the final destination. It was the training ground for purpose. Number 7. The power to turn pain into purpose. Everything you survived was not random, even though some of it was unfair, confusing, and deeply painful. God did not approve the wound, but He refused to let the wound become the end of your story. What tried to bury you became the soil where something sacred started growing. Chosen ones, this is the final power, the power to turn pain into purpose. It is the holy ability to let betrayal become wisdom, isolation become authority, sensitivity become discernment, wounds become compassion, and endurance become testimony. This is not pretending the pain was beautiful. It is realizing that even the ugliest season could not stop God from producing meaning through you. Now you can look back and see the pattern. Discernment protected you when others missed the warning. Endurance carried you when your strength was almost gone. Inner knowing guided you before the evidence appeared. Your healing presence softened what pain tried to harden. Holy separation purified your circle. Faith anchored you when darkness tried to rewrite your identity. And now purpose gathers it all. These powers do not make you better than other people. They make you responsible for what God preserved inside you. You were not kept alive just to remember who hurt you. You were kept alive to become someone pain could not corrupt. You are not broken. You are not abandoned. You are not too sensitive. You are not behind. You were built to survive because something in your life is meant to help others survive too. If this message helped you see your survival differently, subscribe, share it with another chosen soul, and leave a simple comment saying, "God was still with me," because survival was not the end of your story. It was the beginning of your assignment.